Hello guys, this is leathertoolz. Today I'm to show you how to sharpen Japanese leather plane blade. So this is the Japanese leather plane. It is dedicated for leather work. The company or artisan who make this specific plane does not produce this plane anymore. They went out of business because of some of the technical issue. So if you already have this type of plane, it's good because you bought it before it's out of stock. And the only thing that's difference between this type of leather plane and with this Japanese woodworking plane, you can still use it for leather work, is that they have a different type of blade. So if I compare these two, obviously the length is quite different. It's longer, but this one is Japanese leather plane. I mean, the one that I am using has a laminate steel. So the steel is only the hard. This is blue 2 steel. It's only laminated to up to here, and the rest of them is very soft steel. And this is high speed steel. It's everything is high speed steel. So that is different. And the most important difference is that this blade has a tapered towards the edge, so it does not have the same width from back end to the edge. So it's sort of a tapering to the edge. So if you use any type of jig system on your sharpening stone, you have to be careful, because if you just try to use your jig just like the old Western type of plane, you will end up having with diagonal edge. So you have to first check your edge. If your edge is perpendicular to the center line, your imaginary line, not to the sides. So you have to just see it, and then if you have to see it, if you have a very T shape in front of your eyes. So that's how you determine your edge. I need to sharpen this plane blade. So anyways, so before I do the review for this Japanese plane, I thought, why not, I should just show you how to sharpen these. Okay, so let's go to the sharpening station. I'll show you how to sharpen this blade. So one thing I should tell you is that for this type of plane, for this specific blade, it doesn't have uradashi, which is a concave back. This is designed to be so. So don't try to necessarily to make ura for this exact brand plane. But of course, if you buy from Okada or Ognaru planes, they do have a concave back, which is uradashi. So you necessarily have to time to hit place of the blade to make it protrude more, so that when you sharpen it, you can hit the stone. I made a video a while ago about how to fix Japanese knife, so you can watch it there. I will just put the direct link over here. So basically, right now, just to show you, it's now flat state. I don't need to sharpen the backside, but just for the demonstration, I will try to show you just touching up the backside and also this blade portion. Yeah. This is 220 grit King Waterstone. Just lightly touch, and then the bevel side. You can do it with the both hands, and sometimes I use only one hand. But if you use only one hand, be careful. You might end up putting pressure in the only the one direction or one side. So try to keep the pressure even and equal on both sides. Okay. This 220 grit is only necessary when the edge is damaged or it's really dull. Okay, so normally you can start with the 800 grit or 1000 grit. So now you were sharpening this way, so the steel will curl up this direction. Okay, because you sharpen it, steels will get thinner and then they will turn up like this way. This is called burrs. So you flip it like so. So you touch with the finger. So if there's something that catching your finger, then it means you have a burr on your edge. That's the until that moment you sharpen it with a 220 grit. Okay, so again you sharpen it like this. In bevel is this side, so you sharpen it like this way. The burrs form up this direction because it gets thinner, and then it pushes downwards still to get thinner, and then it will cut out like this. So you flip it and then you touch with the finger. So burr is now facing downwards, so you can feel it. So let's move on to the 1000 grit. Now again, this is King Waterstone 1000 grit. Start with the back again. Just brushing not only one spot like this, just whole area. The flat of the stone is important in this case, because if you have an uneven surface, your bag will be also uneven. So always flat surface is important. Okay, I'm just checking the back time to time. See if I have a touching the whole area. Let's go like this motion as well. Okay, now let's bevel, sharpen the bevel again. Now in this case, you can also do it like this, and you can sharpen it with your one hand, but then you don't go like this because now there's angle is quite awkward. So you just go diagonal like this. So if you see it from my view, I'm holding it like this. So I'm sharpening like this in the angled way, not like this, but like this. Okay. But it's important to give in the even pressure on both sides. Okay, so this just comes with the feeling. You need to practice a lot. So I recommend you sharpen it with chip knives or any chisel or anything like that, not to ruin your blade completely. I mean, I sharpened a lot of blades. I've been sharpening now over 10 years now, and I've ruined my first leather knife, of course. And you just ruin it, and you learn it a lot from that experience. Some people might pick it up faster, some people might pick it up later, slower. But don't worry, once you start to do it, you know it, and then you will not forget it forever. Yeah. Okay, checking. You just need to check your bevel if your bevel is ground unevenly or not. Check it even. Check the bevel. You feel the bar. You can feel it all the way. Excuse me. To the edge. You just need to sharpen it, touch a little bit more to even sharpness. I mean even ground. I can see some unsharpened spots on the bevel. Okay. These mud, don't remove these mud, because these are actually what's cutting your steel. Okay, don't wash them, use them. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to final polishing stone, 6000 grit stone. For polishing stone, 6000 stone, you always need Nagura stone. This is also King brand Nagura stone. You can also call it slurry stone. So you rub it onto your perfectly flat 6000 grit stone. If you just rub it in like this, it makes this stone, this 6000 stone particle loose from the surface. Yeah. So it creates a mud that I just talked about in the 1000 grit stone. It just leaves this creamy of slurry. So this is what it sharpens the steel actually. So you create the slurry, and then you sharpen your bag also. So from 6000 grit stone, stone will clog up quite a bit depending on what steel you're sharpening. It could be stainless steel, then it will leave black strike marks on your stone. That's clogging. So you can also clean that blocked spot of a steel residue in the steel with the Nagura stone. You can clean it like that. So Nagura stone comes in handy. A lot of people are neglecting that, so I highly recommend you to buy Nagura stone. I'll put the link in the description just in case if you want to purchase it. It's on my Amazon link, and I'll also my other listings as well. So I sharpen my bag first. This bottom is just a plastic holder that I had, and I just glued my 6000 stone. Yeah, so stuff like this, you know. These are the clogging of the stone because it's so fine. Steels get attached to this surface of the stone quite well. So with Nagura stone, you make slurry, fine cutting, and then also cleans the surface of the stone, which makes fresh surface so that stone gets sharpened easier. So this blue 2 steel, blue paper number 2 steel, is easy to sharpen because I've talked to a person who made this knife, I mean the blade, and they said it's really important to get this plane very sharp, so they made it easy to sharpen, so they chose blue 2 to make it easy to sharpen for craftsmen. They want very sharp edge from this blade, so you can cut a lot easier when you're using with the plane. So see again, there's some clog. So do not necessarily go for best steel in the world or best steel for this and that. Actually, the best steel is the steel that can be razor sharp and also easy to sharp. That's my opinion. So you can find like hard alloys of any kind from knife, but those things takes much effort to sharpen. Okay, if you see me how I sharpen it with moving away the slurries, you're polishing the edge. So as you polish, see, your steel gets clogged. I just rub it in my finger, but always use a grass stone to make it. And time to time, just drop some water on the stone. Don't make it dry, but don't wash the slurry away. Okay, these are important. and pre-soak your stone about 30 minutes to 1 hour prior to sharpening. That will do. Yep. Okay, so lastly, just sharpen the back side again for the final polish. I'm just pushing with my thumb. I don't have to necessarily put down pressure so hard, just enough to blade stay on contact with the stone, like this. Okay. Okay, it's done. Now I need to strop it, and then I'll put it in into a plane. So if I show you sharpening result, this very polished, this edge is the hard steel, which is blue paper number 2, and this very foggy side is the soft steel. So it's a two steel forged welded together, with the hard steel being the cutting edge, and the rest of the part being soft, so it's easy to sharpen. Okay, so the back, it's also hard steel. Okay, so I'll just drop it and then place it into the plane. This is Dialux black compound, which has become my favorite very quickly. This will eventually handle all the missing spots in very fine details, in micro aspect, and then it will give you very pleasant smooth cutting action. Okay, so I like to do this step for traditional steels. After 6000 Kingstone, I touch up with the stropping compound, and that's it. So notice that I'm pulling away from the cutting edge, yeah, so I don't push it like this, I cut away from stropping action. This is how it's used. Yeah, so like this. So I'll show you how to set up this plane. So with a sharpened blade, you have to make sure that this specific brand plane, there's a brand mark and there's a flat side, okay, and on the opposite side there's no marking and there's a bevel. So in the plane, you want to make sure your brand mark and your flat side is facing you, okay, so it's going in like this. So it's going in like this. So if you're looking at from the cutting edge, your bevel is coming out in this direction, okay, that's important. And you put it up with your finger until the far end, and if you see, the edge doesn't come out completely, so it's stuck up in the middle somewhere here. So what you need to do is you need to hit it up with a hammer, but try to make sure that you are looking at the edge, how it's coming out. So if it's coming out unevenly, you need to hit here and there to adjust it to come out in the right way, in an even way. Okay. Later in the video, I'll show you how to take out this blade when you want to reinsert it again to the correct way. So don't worry if your plane is coming out in a weird way. You can always just take it out and also put back in again. So I hit with a hammer. Just put it lightly. You can use any hammer. I'm just using brass hammer because this is what I saw from the bottom and from the floor. So you just check it. You're looking at in this direction if blade is coming out evenly or not. I see a little bit now. I see tad coming out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, luckily I got started up really quickly, so I'll try to test the edge with this leather. So to use this Japanese leather plane, you need some kind of block or any surface so that you can elevate the surface that you're working on. So I'll use my wood block for this, and here's a vegetable tan leather to test. It's quite thick, 2 pieces of vegetable tan leather. So first I'm going to show you beveling. So you place it like this, a little bit protruding to the side, and then I'll just like it's very thin and sharp. Okay, it's beveled. Okay. Like this. Very fine shaping. You can see. Okay. You can shape your edge also like this. You can shape your edge. And also what's good about this type of Japanese leather plane is that you can actually cut your edge, like you can remove the edge by using the leather plane. So I will just remove the edge completely with this Japanese leather plane. See? So you have this clean edge. With a Japanese plane. So show you demonstrate again. Okay. The very thin section of a leather is removed. It's very thin. It's like paper. Clean cut. Okay? So I'll show you how to take out your blade from the plane. Now I'm going to show you how to take out your blade from the plane. You need a type of block, any block. I will just use my freshly made wood block handle, and I'm going to just place it like this against the blade, and also that puts onto the body, and I'm going to place my thumb over here to the blade. So I'm just holding the blade and this handle together like this. Okay, and I'm going to hit the part with a hammer. Okay. So this is how you take out your plane body from the plane. So that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There wasn't any video about this Japanese leather plane, so I thought it would be fun to make one. I hope you liked it. And there's a link in the description or in the comment box where you can purchase my recommended tools. I hope you can purchase there. It's my Amazon link store, so I also get a very small cut share from that, and it will also always help my channel to develop, and I bring up more content. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.